And hello there, everybody. We're here for the next episode. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're just gonna fly this straight up, see where it can get us. I've got a nice drink next to me, very nice indeed. You did not need to know that, so I don't know why I told you. And yeah, let's get this started. Okay, I'll quickly show you the stuff. Of course, here's the staging once again, right? Here's your nav ball. Here's SAS, RCS, G-force, throttle, and height. Then this is how you recover your vessel, blah, 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 blah. I'll tell you what it does. Staging, you know what that does, I told you. This little area here, you're not going to look at this too much. You don't really need to. Oh, that's the map. I didn't know you could do it like that. See, you learn things... Yeah, I'm doing it again. You learn new things every day. Okay, but this shows you what you're pressing. Up and down is inverted, so you use the WASD keys for movement, and then Q and E to spin your ship. I'll actually give a quick demonstration, because I've quick saved it, and I'll just reload it back in a minute. So, throttle is shift and control. It's very simple stuff. By the way, if you want a quick save, it's F5. If you want a quick load, it's F9, I think. Because I'm on Mac, I have to do FN Alt F9. So it might be Alt F9 for use on PCs. So I'll quickly show you. So I'll throttle up. SAS, what that does, that's like guidance computer. It'll lock you the direction you're facing. So now if I press space, wow, that is very loud. If I press space, it'll go up because it's using this. Now, like I said, you can change the speed of this. So control makes the throttle go down. Shift makes it go up. If you press X, it'll cut the power instantly, because there's a little bit of delay when you're throttling up and down. Right, so I'm going to just crash the ship on purpose. So if I turn SAS off now by pressing T, because that toggles it. If you want to just do a little burst, if you press F, it'll turn on when you're holding down F. But yeah, so now that I've turned that off, I can turn my ship using... So S and W are inverted, which is up and down. And as you can see, it's doing it on here. You'll get used to know the nav ball in the future. It doesn't take that long to get used to it. So as you can see, you move around, nice and easy. I'll quickly show you the parachute. Boom. See, it's all good. But I don't want to use the parachute. I'm actually just going to purposely kill myself now. Actually, I don't need to, because I've done a quick save. So I can just reload myself anyway. So yeah, parachute. Nice and good. So let's say I want to stick face in a certain direction. I don't know if it'll work, because I've only got... Actually, I'm not going to bother with that, because I don't have an actual SAS system. I've only got a really weak one, which is built into this. And my parachute will sort of counteract my SAS anyway when I try to point... If I try to point down, the parachute will counteract it. So as you see, it gives us a nice soft landing. Okay, maybe not that soft. Certain things have certain impact tolerances. That that rocket, I think, has an impact tolerance of 7 meters a second. So if you're going above that speed, that could blow up. But if I wanted to slow myself down a bit, I just had to use a tiny little bit of throttle. It would have been softer and it would have been fine. Right, so now I'm just going to quick load. I have no idea how long my videos are, so they'll be anywhere between 10 minutes and 20 minutes. Last one, I sort of guessed around 15 minutes. I got that pretty right. So yeah. But I don't want them to be like 30 minutes, because I think that'll be too long for people watching and stuff. So now I'm actually going to start this. I'm going to get my guy. Here's my guy. I'm going to launch up space. Well, not space. I don't know how I get space in this. I might get high atmosphere. I won't get into space though. Like I might get low space, but I don't know. So I'm going to throttle up. Keep my SAS on. Space, and here we go. Right, so as you can see, my ship's going straight up. The SAS is keeping it in line. Here's the space center and stuff. Remember, the game's still in development, so if there is any bugs, which I doubt, because it's been in development for quite a while, it's very, very good. There is very minor bugs when it comes to time warping, like physics warp. So if I press Alt, and then to time warp, use the full stop and the comma. So, or you can press this. So Full stop will speed it up. Comma will slow it down. So you're going to normal speed now. If you have like long flights, you can use the proper warp. But this is physics warp because I'm flying. So when you speed it up, I think it alters the physics as well. So it's quite dangerous for your ship. Sometimes big ships get blown apart, and because of atmosphere, because atmosphere effects work in this game. So when flying through atmosphere with physics warp, it can rip your ship apart sometimes. So I recommend, if you're going to use physics warp, only use it in space. And if you are in atmosphere, make sure you're either still or doing very, very light stuff, not big ships. So as you can see, I've got a nice speed, 150 meters a second, about 10,000 meters above ground. I've just zoomed in on my ship by accident. Fuel's almost out, not quite though. So what I can do, if I wanted to check stuff in here, I can check fuel and stuff. As you can see, the fuel's going down. I could have added more fuel because this ship seems to be very powerful. Now, if I press M, I can go to the map. With this, I can see my trajectory. You may have noticed how I was burning straight up, but my velocity is on a curved path. I will still land here-ish, even though it says I'm going to land over there. It's because the planet is spinning. So let's say when you jump, you're actually still moving with the planet at about 300 kilometers a second or whatever it is in reality. And I actually have made it a space. Space is 70,000 meters, so I've made it easy into space with that ship there. So what's happening? I'm getting up and getting down on a nice big curve. Same time the planet's moving. Now, because I'm in space here, it's going to change a bit. I'm going to be slightly off here, maybe here or something. I'm not going to be directly on the spot. So, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait till I'm in the highest point of my orbit, because as you can see, this game is beautiful, very nicely presented. It's an amazing game. I love it. So, it says I can't warp faster than 1 time when ship is throttled up. So I'm going to press X, which will take my throttle down. And I'm going to press T, which will turn my SAS off. I mean, T, I can keep that on, but I don't really need it. Also, it uses up electricity. And here's all your stuff. They'll make more sense in the future. So, I'm just going to wait till I get to the top of my orbit. So if I check the map, it's at 215,000. That's my ship, by the way. So I could just look at this map and wait a while, or just sit here and look at here and wait till I'm at about 200,000. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to press the full stop. It's going to fast forward this. I can go from up to like 10 million times normal speed. That may seem ridiculously fast, but traveling through space to different planets on interplanetary missions, it's very, very thingy. Okay, as you can see, the planet is moving. You can see that that's changed. I'm still pretty much above that. Slightly off because I'm in space now though. So, if I go on the axis, you can see I've got 35 seconds until I get there. So I might as well do this now. This is how I'm going to collect science. If I right click, crew report, I can get science. See for this, recovering gets 5 science, but I could transmit it home for 100%. And because I'm getting 100%, I might as well do it. Then I can get extra somewhere else in this flight. So I'm going to transmit, if it's got enough, if it can reach. It's going to extend that, use up electricity, and see, I've got 5 science for that. So now I'm going to wait until I'm in the atmosphere, and then do another thing. I'm sorry if you can hear my sister. She's outside singing. Oh. So yeah, I'm sorry if you can do that. Share file. Oh, that's episode 1 complete. But, okay, I can also do this. EVA. What that does, gets my guy out. I could space. If I press R, you can have a little fly around, you know. Shift and control to go up and down. Very basic stuff, like ships. And now I can board the ship. So now I'm just going to wait till I get in the atmosphere and then continue the rest. I'll, instead of jump cutting, actually, I was going to jump cut it there, but I'll give it a little fast forward, because my parents were shouting, but my sister told my parents that I'm doing the video, so she's been very nice for doing that. So which means I don't have to do jump cut, and you can see more stuff. So I'm going to just speed up the game a bit. I'm going to wait till I get in the atmosphere. Atmosphere is at 70,000, so I'm going to wait till this hits 70. Right, there, that's in the atmosphere. I'm going to take crew report. 3.5 I'm getting for that. Right, now the reason I'm going to transmit arc, actually, because I'm getting 100%. So, this is the beginning. I wouldn't really transmit in the future, but I'm getting 100% in these the first time. I've got no more electricity. But it gave me what it could out of that. I got 2.8. Right. So if I do that again, the reason I didn't do it multiple times in space is because you won't get the same amount. Only reason I'm getting 0.7 of this is because I didn't get the full recovery in the first place. But if I'd done the full recovery, I wouldn't get any extra signs of this. So there's no point in doing that because I'm not going to get much anyway. So I'm just going to wait. I'm at 36,000. Hopefully you'll see some re-entry effects because they're very nice to see. They introduced that a little while back and they're quite nice effects. Here they are. So as you can see, it could rip stuff off. Let's say you had solar panels out in the future for electricity. We just rip them straight off. So you keep them tucked in. It's really good, realistic. I mean, of course, it doesn't really look like this, but it's the physics are realistic. The gameplay is really good. It's not necessarily all about the graphics, and it is, I think, indie development. I think it's not like hundreds and hundreds of people on it. It's not a big company like EA. So it's only a small game, but it's very, very good. It's like Minecraft. The graphics aren't amazing in it. It's not the best like graphical thingy in the world, but it's got good gameplay, and there's only a few people working on it. I think there's about 10 now. Well, probably about 15 people working at Mojang. I know there's probably been about 4 or 5 people that worked on the actual game. So yeah, getting off topic here. Wow, that face was really creepy. Oh wow, that was absolutely terrifying. But yeah, now that I'm going down, I can land on the planet. You may notice I'm going really fast with the parachute. That's because it deploys it 500 meters above the ground. So here, there. So I'm exactly 500 meters above the ground. It's deployed. But you may be thinking, why does it say 1,100 and whatever? That's sea level. That's how high I am above the sea level. So sometimes, if you're landing in sea, fine. But you want to try to stay on the light side of planets. Because when you get down, you can't see, you don't know how high you are. Certain things can get tricky because you don't know how close the ground is. And you don't know if you're actually above the sea anyway, so you don't know when to deploy your parachute. So yeah, it can be quite thingy, so be careful. You know, try to stay on the light side of the planet for that reason. If you're doing like orbital stuff and you're gonna land. Right, so I'm going, as you can see, I'm actually still moving above 7 meters a second, which means this engine's definitely going to blow up. Whether these tanks will, I think maybe the first one, maybe 2 will blow up, but most of the ship should be fine. See, there we go. It's going to lean. I'm going to try to keep it up as much as I can, because I don't want it to go too fast. Okay, it blew up. But that's fine, because my ship survived, my guy survived. That's all I need. I just need this, because this is where all the science is. So if I click recover, boom, and I'll get all the signs. Right, I made a big mistake there. I forgot to collect signs off the ground. I'll do that in a minute with a little ship, but I could have collected more signs off that mission. So I got 8 signs in total off the mission. So I'm going to click done, go here. So that's how much signs I got in total off that mission. I sent some home as well, so I had a bit before that. So in total I got 15 signs. Very nice amount. I'm going to close that now because that's probably getting on people's nerves. If you could see that anyway. But I'm going to get this. This costs 5 signs. It's going to give me a better engine. So plenty of engines. New science thing, which is mystery goo. And a decoupler. So this can do very well. I don't know how long we'll be recording. I'm guessing it's around 15 minutes. Got no clue though. So I'm going to have this as this. I'm going to have that as this. I was doing well before that moment. I'm going to have that as it for this episode. Hope you like. We'll make a new rocket next time, and goodbye.